Were all of those fashions that we just saw with Sarah and Robin. That's great. I'm Tina Jennings, and now we're going to transition over to your health and feeling good. And I feel like that is really our #1 base of our life, right? We want to be healthy, we want to be happy, we want things that are going to enrich our lives in just that right way. And this whole hour is full of them, including this very first one. What if you could take a comfortable seat with you anywhere, whether it's at home, whether you're gonna be going to watch the grandkids at a game and you're on those benches that aren't necessarily, you know, the most comfortable of all them, even in the car, if you're going to anywhere, work, those benches, we all know and we all don't like them. It is having that with you, and it is the deluxe seat cushion. It is also Miracle Bamboo. The cover of this is machine washable, so it's always gonna be easy because you're gonna wanna take it everywhere with you, and you're gonna be able to get a 2-pack today. So for this 2-pack, we're taking a price break, a $10 price break off it. It's now $30.45. We have it available in the navy that I have in my lap right now. But you're gonna get a little bit of a lift. You're gonna be able to see you have a nice width on this. So that, we were talking about being in the car, if maybe you're one of those shorter drivers and you wanna be able to see over the steering wheel. But for all of us, this is gonna help us, of course, with posture, being able to feel better, and the fact that we have two, you can either have two to take wherever, or maybe gift one and keep one. I'm gonna bring in someone that's actually gonna spend a couple of items with us, Vonabelle Sherman.
I have 3 totally awesome health innovation products.
You do?
I'm excited. And so this is the first one. So this is the Miracle Bamboo Cushion. And what's different about this is it has that Miracle Bamboo fabrication, so it's a renewable resource. And this cushion is nice and thick. It is on the firmer side, so it gives you that little bit of lift. But if you've ever thought, oh man, I need a pillow under my tush, but if you know a pillow would just flatten out on you and then give you no support, this is what you want to have. And as I turn forward, I want you to see the angle. There we go, you can really see that. Okay, this is high density orthopedic foam. You see how it swoops and then comes up and swoops down again. It's ergonomically designed for your leg to fit here, your leg to fit here, so there's no decrease in circulation because it makes room for your legs. And then importantly, we give you a cutout for your tailbone, because if you have a tailbone issue, you don't want your tailbone to have to meet resistance and then feel inflamed or uncomfortable. So when you have that cutout, your tailbone is free to float in there and give you comfort. And then you can see I'm holding it by its handle. So this means you can take it with you anywhere. So, you know, at church, not all the seats are comfortable. In other restaurants, not all the seats are comfortable. But this is bring your own cushion to always give your own comfort. We sit 13 hours a day. Tina, is that amazing? That's a lot of hours on our tush.
Well, even while we're looking at this and all the different places that we're sitting, yep, we're sitting at work, we come home, we do crafting because that's our passion. We sit again, we go watch the grandkids at a game, we're sitting again. But think about all of those times in your life that you hated the seat you were sitting in. You're trying to do something and all of a sudden, that's all you can think about. You can think about is the seat is too soft, the seat is too hard, it's too something, and then you're just not having the greatest experience for that, but you could have it no matter where you want to take this. I love it's a one size fits most, so anybody, if you're gonna be using it, the husband's gonna be using it, the kids are gonna be using it, it's gonna be perfect. And I love that we were talking about how there's kind of like a place everywhere on this. Place for your tailbone, a place for each one of your legs.
Yes.
It is going to be easy. You sit it down and you're ready to go.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cushions out there. You have to find the one that's right for you, but you don't know unless you get this one home.
Right.
Now, honestly, this is the one that's in my car.
This one's in your car.
I do, you know, I have a different one for home, but this is the one, honestly, that's in my car in the parking lot right now. Why? Because I like the sculpting and I need the tailbone cut out. I kind of have a little tailbone issue. And I also like that this is a little firmer. It gives me a little height in my car and I don't feel like I'm sinking down. So if you're height challenged, and I'm not height challenged, but I like the comfort that it brings me. If I'm not using it, like often when I get my oil change, the guy tosses it in the back and I'm like, wait, because when I sit down, I feel still too low. So if you need a little height, and there was actually a review from a trucker, and he said, oh my gosh, this is a lifesaver. He said, it makes me feel so good on the long travels, and I like that little bit of height it gives. So, you know, it's not just for hard chairs. So the chairs we're sitting on, they actually seem like they have a little cushion, but they don't. It's one of those cheesy ones. I can feel the rail there. So I can feel this bar. So by adding this on your chair, maybe it's grandma's chair that's hardwood, or chairs that look pretty but are not comfortable, you add this and then your tush is super comfortable. And I wanna go over to the couch because there's lots of different stories. Yes, you could use it on any chair or a car, but even at couches, in your couch at home. So many times, oh, we could even leave that there. Many times your couch is a little older, so when you sit down, you kind of fall back a little bit. Or your couch is that lower format where you feel like you are sinking. This gives you that little bit of height. And once you have that height, your alignment is better, your posture is better, you sit better, and so then you're more comfortable. I see you're sitting better right how you are, just adding the cushion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right?
Because for me, the reason I feel like I sit a little bit differently is because there's a place for everything. So I feel like, okay, I feel my legs go here.
And you do feel it, don't you?
Right,
You feel there's a swoop.
There's a place for everything, and then that helps my body kind of be like, okay, this is how we sit, this is how we're going to do it. And it's got a water-resistant underside. It's got that moisture wicking that's in there. So when we're talking about taking it places, don't think it's because the cover's machine washable.
Right, you could
don't
always
be afraid to take it places.
No, because you just zip this off and you wash it. Now let's talk about the underside like you said. So the underside is different than the top. The underside has these little rubber dots, which helps the cushion stay in place. If you put it on a slick surface, maybe a bench, this is so ideal to take to all of the football games, soccer games, track meets, all of those things, because this won't slide on the bench because of the little rubber dots. It'll grab and then it'll stay in place so you can enjoy your games longer. You know, it's like if there's a grandma and grandpa in the house and they're going to the grandkids' games, they need one. It's like a great gift for that reason. But it's so easy to take with you because it's a built-in handle. And then for everybody, there's that little swoop for the tailbone to be free, to dangle. Don't meet resistance so that you can feel comfortable, because that's so important. If you have tailbone issues or you're uncomfortable and you find yourself changing position all the time, maybe what you just need is the miracle cushion to give you that comfort. And this has so many great features in it. It is the bamboo, so that's a renewable resource that the cover is. And then you can see that swoop. So what that does, it makes allowance for your thighs, so there's no cutoff of the circulation, but it's high density orthopedic foam. So it has a firmness to it. It won't go flat on you at all. And it will give you a little bit of height as well, which I really enjoy. This has a lot of great reviews. This might be your cushion, and you need to find out by getting it home. And I wanna come right here in front of me and just show you back to, okay, so crafters, you know, we're coming up on some crafting days on the 7th. So all of you crafters who sit for so long because you love crafting, sewing, all of those things, you need to have a great seat. Sometimes the best way to have a great seat is to bring your own cushion. Again, all those games. If you're a parent, you're gonna sit through games eventually, baseball, football, soccer. And look, with a handle, you could take it anywhere. It gives you great comfort. You could see the inside there, that orthopedic foam. And then, so I want you to see the back view, because you could see my tailbone is free. Here's the handle. I stay up, it is not flattening out, which, you know, if you think, oh, I can do the cheap thing and just throw a pillow, you can't, because this does not just flatten out. It fully supports me and gives me that little bit of height. So that's so important.
And I've been thinking of different times in my life that I've, again, just hated the seat that I've been in. Airplanes come to mind. You're on an airplane for an extended period of time, and then you're in there and you're finding yourself doing one of these numbers for some of the ride, and then you're over here and doing, you're like, okay, now this side of my body will be uncomfortable for a little bit. And I did a lot of traveling when I first, you know, kind of at the beginning of the year, when I moved to Florida, and every time I dreaded sitting in that seat. And there's always a time or a place, you mentioned, whether it's like church on a Sunday and, you know, the pews aren't necessarily, you know, the most comfortable places to sit. We all have been there. To me, I feel like there's not a time in your life when you're like, oh, I've loved every seat that I've ever had.
Yeah.
$30.45. You can also break this into 2 flex payments. Get it home for the $15.23 for that first flex payment. Or by the way, you can break it into 3 flex if you use your HSN credit card. But get it, sit on it. I love that you said that part, because you're right. We can tell you that we like sitting on it. We can show you all of the features, but you gotta sit on it first. And don't forget, we always have that 30-day return on here. So I always suggest for something like this, pay the first flex payment, the $15, get it home, try it for 30 days, take it with you everywhere. And then if it's exactly the fix you were looking for, you're happy. The item number is 597696 if you want to go read those reviews like you were talking about, and then of course try it. Come sit on it.
And it might be, you know, it might be perfect for your car. And not for your office chair. It might be ideal for your office chair and not for your car. Whichever it is, if it meets a need, it's a winner. Because I know if you can't get comfortable and you're sitting for 13 hours for whatever it is, or you're driving for Uber or Lyft or those things, you need to add some comfort factor to your life.
Absolutely.
And Miracle Cushion's been here for a long time, and it is a great cushion. It will really hold up because it is a firmer support. It will not go flat on you, but it is ergonomically designed to cradle your legs, free up your tailbone, give you a little bit of lift, and you get a set of 2. So husband, wife, car, inside, outside. Gift one to a friend who's been complaining about their tailbone, their tush. Because you know, it doesn't matter if you have a skinny tush with bones sticking out or you have a bigger tush. You need support.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I want to end this with. Don't forget, you get 2. So I'm sitting on one. Vonabelle has one. We're going to get both when we order this. So I love that. There's probably a lot of people in your life that you're thinking about, whether you have like an Uber driver or a truck driver in your life, or you know, a soccer mom. They'll be able to use the other one. Okay, we did say that Vonabelle has some great items. This is going to be one that we have later, but this is the grab. Speaking of getting 2, you'll be able to get 2 in this. Whether you need to get something up high, you need to get something down low, you don't want to bend over, or maybe bending over isn't necessarily, you know, in your, you know, you maybe have back issues or knee issues. The Grab It grabs everything for you. So look at that. Look, tiniest little things you can get. Oh, the light bulb, Vonabelle, brilliant. Doing those up high. No more bringing out the ladder. Glasses, whatever it is. Look at everything you can get. That shoe that's just too far under the bed. $27.94 gets you 2 of those. And Vonabelle's gonna show us everything that it does, because you're gonna be amazed what it can do. Also coming up a little bit later, and I actually want you to go and try doing this right now. We're gonna have, it's from Ideal Stretch. It's the stretching aid. If you go online right now, because I did this morning, go see what everybody else is pricing this at. Go see, there's sites right now that have hundreds of 5-star reviews, but we just brought this to HSN. We're giving you a huge price break on this at $49.95, but you're gonna be able to get this and stretch, stretch, stretch. We know how important that is for our bodies, without having to stand up, without having to bend over, without having to have like a stretching partner. And we have this with the calf wedge and the DVD that comes with us, a configuration you're not gonna see anywhere else, and on a price you're not gonna be able to see. So we're gonna show you everything that does, and all the great stretches you can do it. So super easy. That's a little bit later, and that will be with Lisa. Okay, Vonabelle, I knew that I was gonna love the first part of my morning today. You come into work and you start thinking about things. I said, 1, I'm gonna be able to sit on something that makes, you know, me comfortable. And then I get to put this baby on. If you love like your heating pad that you have, and you also love like your favorite plush blanket, and then you also love like a back massager, and then they all come together in one beautiful thing. That's what we're getting. So not a heating pad that's, you know, just the little one that you can put here or there. I wanted to see, it's all the way. I know you put it on me, Vonabelle, and I'm already feeling it.
Can you feel it?
Look at how far we're getting with this. This is from Thermoplast. This is the Ultra Deluxe Massaging Heat wrap. So all those things that I said in one. We have this today, $20 off, under $50. We have it in 2 colors. I've got it in the navy. Vonable has it in the burgundy. This is, it heats up fast.
Yes.
It gives us a massage. You get to tell it how you like the massage. We can even tell us how we want the heat setting. It's everything we love about that comfort, all in one.
Yeah, it is pretty spectacular. And I did turn Tina's on just for that reason. Not just mine. I wanted her to feel it and enjoy it. So this is the alternative to a little heating pad. This actually comes over my shoulder. There is heat right to here and all the way down my back. It's 23 by 33, so it's an incredible amount of heat. Have you ever had somebody come up behind you, Tina, and they start to massage your shoulders and you're like, okay, keep going. Yeah, don't stop. Don't stop. Yeah, that's good.
But they only do it for like 4 seconds.
Right, and then they walk, and you want them to stay?
Yeah.
This is that same kind of feeling, like you put this on and you're like, oh yeah, stay. I like this. It feels good. So not only do you get the heat, but you get massage as well. And it's digital. This is also weighted. Weighted because we want it to make good contact with your skin, with your shoulders, with your back. So along this edge, it's weighted. And then along the back as well. And I'm gonna turn, and you know, you saw I was grabbing this cushion when we were going live, because I thought, oh, you know what? I wanna still sit on that, because look, if I have my Miracle Bamboo and I have this, I'm in heaven. And look, because this is coming right down to my Miracle Bamboo cushion, and I have total comfort on my tush and my back. So it's weighted down here too. What it has is those little beads in it, like just like a weighted blanket. And so it brings that weight on you so that it's making good contact. If you spend the day typing, writing, in the winter shoveling, in the summer weeding, you know, you're weeding all day, and then you're like, oh, my shoulders are killing me. This is your answer to those things that give you muscle tiredness, muscle ache. The heat goes into the muscle and relaxes you. It feels so good. There's a lot of nice reviews on this, but it's a digital control. And what I want to show you is, because you can't feel the heat, although we turned it on so we could feel, in the back, this also has massage. Now, the massage boxes are specifically placed to be at that, you know, muscle at your shoulder blade that gets all tight. So here's one and here's one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on so that you can hear it's really massage. I'm gonna bring it up towards my mic. So I'm gonna take you through. There's a high and a low, but then there's an intermittent vibration as well. So here we go. Oh, I'm using the wrong one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I just turned it on my back. It feels good. Okay. Can you hear that? Yeah, you can. Okay, so that's the low.
There's the pulse.
Do you hear that? See, that's the pulse. That's the intermittent. Now I'm gonna go to high, and that's high steady, and then high intermittent. See how it stops, goes? So it's a real massage, that stop and go. And add that to your heat, and you are in heaven. And it can help break up that tight muscle right at your shoulder blade that you can't reach yourself. And so it's a great tool in feeling well. It's just this whole hour has such great tools to help you solve problems. And this one is so that you have that heat that releases the muscles so that you can relax, you can rest better, you can sleep better. The heat helps the muscles relax, reduce that tension, and we're not just giving it to you in a little, you know, 9 by 12 space. We're giving it to you where it starts here at your shoulder, right here, taking it, wrapping it around your back, and then going right down your back, right to your tush. Now, of course, that depends how tall you are. But for me, it comes right down to the end of my back, and so I feel that heat all the way down, and it's relaxing, and it feels good after a hard day work. And I see Tina's face, and she's like, okay, this is great.
I'm like,
Tina hasn't done this before.
I want to turn the massage on, but I'm afraid my mic will pick up too much of it. But it feels so good. And can I tell you, this heat is all the way, like, so sometimes when we're talking about like a heating pad, it's, you know, you got to move it like, okay, I have it here for a few moments, and then I got to move it up a little bit, move it up a little bit. The heat starts here, all the way through your shoulders and all the way down, and it feels like a plush blanket. So it's not harsh, it's not, you have to wrap the heating pad in something else that feels better on this. So you have 2 heating options, you have 4 massage options, and this is gonna have an automatic 2-hour turn off for you. So it'll auto shut off if you have this for 2 hours and maybe you doze off, because that's what would happen to me. I'd put this on and then I'd be warm and happy, and that's what would happen. And on top of that, because we want to be able to use this wherever we want to use this, Vonabille, right? It even comes with a cord that kind of gives us that freedom.
Right, it's a 9-foot cord. So 9 feet, you know, if you're laying on the couch, you could toss it over the couch and plug it in that outlet wherever it's comfortable. Because it could be a chair, it could be while you're working on the computer, while you're typing. Especially if you have a drafty window behind you that gives you that breeze that tightens your muscle. Wear this if you have a drafty window behind you, and let it give you that heat to keep you cool if it's winter, and relax those muscles. So you're so right, and it will shut off automatically. And with the 9-foot cord, you could use it in a chair, in a bed, on the couch, it doesn't matter. And one last thing, ladies, it's that time of the month, you try to use a heating pad, they don't cover anything. This covers your legs, your belly, everything. So it makes a great heat for the front of your body as well, especially when you're uncomfortable at that once a month time.
Oh my goodness, I'm already thinking, can I wear this as I move on to like the grab it? And
can we
do
take
this
with
the stretcher? Can I do this my next hour with lawn comb? Do you think it'd be odd if I just walked in with this heating, because this feels so nice. So the things that I said at the beginning, like your favorite plush blanket, your favorite, you know, heating pad, your favorite massager, you like this, you like that, and it just basically they all got together into one family, and you have it in this in something that you can use whenever you want, wherever you want. I love that it has an easy digital setting, and I've already been playing with it, and then the guys were like, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh, that's the one. The high pulse, that's the one.
There was actually nothing wrong. She was just having fun.
It was bliss that was on my face. $20 off it today, so please make sure you grab it on this price break, $49.95. The item number on this is 639223. Burgundy or navy, just pick a color on this, and then you're ready and set to go. Did we mention it was machine wash cover? Yes. I want to say that.
Yeah, there's a zipper and a machine wash cover. Yeah.
Perfect. Then you're all set to go. Okay. I know Vonabille's going to stick around with me. We're going to talk about the grab it, but I want to tell you something that's on .com. We don't have time for a full presentation, but I want to tell you about this because it's on a great price right now. So this is the ProForm X bike, folding upright bike. You're going to get this with 2 DVDs. You're also going to get this with 2 2-pound weight sets that come with it. So this is for everybody. It doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter if you're just starting to work out. It doesn't matter if you've been working out and you're gonna be using this, you know, forever. It's a customer pick. Go read the reviews on this. It is gonna be, you don't have to go to the gym. You can do this at home. It has a large LCD window on it, so you can monitor your speed, your time, your distance, your heart rate, your calories. It gives you all the information. It's gonna fold in seconds. So if you wanna store it or you wanna move it, it's easily assembled. 8 adjustable resistance levels on this. So that's what I meant when I said any level. So whether you're just starting out, start on the lower resistance. If you have been working out and you need a challenge, crank that baby up to number 8, and then you're gonna have an availability to do something even harder. Cushioned seat for everybody. It's oversized. So I know sometimes if you think about sitting on a bike, that doesn't sound so comfortable. They've already thought about that. $50 off today brings it under $140, 5 flex payments of $27.99, and free shipping and handling. Don't forget, let me give you the item number on that, 585725 on that. One of my producers said, Tina, I'm gonna buy the Pro X bike today. And I was like, yay, I'm so happy. She's like, it's a great price. So great for Jacqueline today, who's also gonna grab it. Grab it. Totally
you didn't even do that on purpose. High five, girl.
Not even a little bit. But we are gonna do the grab it right now. And I said this earlier, if you need something up high, easy. Need something low, easy. The grab it is going to do it for you. And it could be because you're vertically challenged. I always say my mom is the shorter person in our family. Or maybe you have some back issues, some knee issues. But whether you need to get a tiny little quarter off the floor, or you need to do something up high like a light bulb or a glass or grabbing a canister out of the pantry, and you're gonna get 2 of these. So if you want one in the garage, one in the house, whatever the case may be, or you want to gift one, keep one, this is a great time to get it. $27.94 today on this price break. We do still have 3 colors still available. We have it in the red, the purple, and the teal, so you'll get even fun colors that go with this. But it's not just, it doesn't just grab.
That's
it doesn't, right. It does so much more.
Yeah.
Vonabelle shows us everything this thing can do.
Yeah, I call it the triple threat because there's technology here, there's technology here, and there's technology here. And there are lots of grabbers out there, but none of them fold in half like this so that it can store easy, go in your mobility cart, also on your wheelchair, so you can take it with you or store it in a drawer. Then you just push that button, very important that you push that button, open it up, and then you're ready to grab. So if you are height challenged or reach challenged, this is your tool, or maybe you're recuperating from some surgery, and there's times that you can't reach something, or you're too lazy to reach, you can grab something on the floor, even with your Grab It. So it also, as Tina said, great interesting things that no other reacher has. Here's a magnet at this end, and it's tiny but mighty. Here's a little hook, and then if we stay right there, well, look at this. A light. And that's an LED light, by the way, and the batteries are included, so you don't have to worry about that. It's ready to go when you get it home. As long as we're here, let me quickly show you how the magnet works. So that would be if you lost something in the carpet or something behind the couch maybe, and so you gotta, use this maybe to capture whatever it is because you can't reach, and look what I've grabbed. That tiny, tiny magnet got 2 nails and a bobby pin. So you could see how mighty it is, as well as really just practical. And then as long as we're here, let's come right up here because I want to show you the precision and the weight capacity. So look at that. I could pick up a thimble. So that's pretty precision to grab something. And then also I can pick up a canister of sugar, which is a really nice size. So let's go over to this cabinet here and do some grabbing.
But we're gonna do some grabbing.
We're gonna do some grabbing. So sometimes your holiday things are kept up on a high shelf that you can't reach, and that's intentional. You don't use it all the time, but you wanna be able to get it. So moving things up or down, it doesn't matter. I have some goat poop here, but that's Beekman chocolates, by the way. But
which are great.
Yeah, but maybe you want to hide them from everybody because they are so great. You put them up on the high shelf so people don't eat them when you want them. Or you want to grab something that just needs to be moved to a different shelf. Even something, like this. Look at how I can grab that. I'm gonna shake that just a little bit to show you how good it grasps, and then I can move that there. And another thing that is not on any other grabbing or reaching tool, Tina, is that this button right here can turn this into a ratcheting feature. So I'm gonna put on the ratcheting, and when I do that, you hear that click? Okay. Maybe you have a tool at home that's ratcheting. It means it grabs things for you and holds it. Let me show you what that means. So if I grab this glass and I use the ratcheting feature just by adjusting that button, there I go, I have it. Now here's the scary thing, okay? I'm taking my hand away. No hand is holding that glass. The Grab It is holding it, and it is secure. Whoop, you see that? It is truly secure in the Grab It. So you know it has great precision. And then I have that feature, and then to release it, I just press that button, but I don't have to use it. You're having that double option, which you have on no other grabbing tool. Now, you could also grab low. So it could be, up, down, low,
yeah.
Whatever is meeting your need. And so I can grab things low, and that's important when maybe you hurt your back or you just had surgery, yeah. Or maybe you're like me, like twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year, I pull my back for absolutely no reason. Ugh. Why, I don't know, but then I see stars and I can't get that. So, but I can have the Grab It, get it for me, bring it up to me without straining my muscles. Because listen, what happens is you can get down, most of us can get down. It's the getting back up that is killer, right?
Well, and I always say this, how do items always just seem just out of your reach anywhere?
Yeah.
And it's just like the universe does that.
Yeah, sometimes we do it to ourselves.
Or things you don't want to touch.
Yes, you know what? I love the set of 2 for that reason.
Yeah.
Keep one like in the garage for cleaning up the lawn or things you don't want to touch. I happen to live on a little lake and stuff floats in there sometimes, and I'll go get things that you know, kind of blue in there, and I don't have to touch them because you don't know where they've been, even if it's a tissue on your, you know, front lawn. And here's another thing, if you're recuperating and you're home and you're looking at things you could maybe do, well, you know, everybody sets you up for the day if you had, you know, hip surgery, knee surgery. I may think, oh, I could water that plant if I could reach it. Well, let the grab it reach it, and then you bring it down, and then you can water that plant and then return it with the grab it without any muscle strain. Just, this gives you a little bit of freedom that makes you feel good, and that's worth it. But with a set of two, there's a lot of value there too.
Absolutely, and that's what we were saying. If you want to do one in the garage, one in the house, or if you want to gift one and keep one, there's gonna be someone, because if I got the 2-pack, I would keep one and give one to my mom, because I know my mom needs things up high, needs things down low for her. So
yeah, because she's got the height challenge thing, right?
She's height challenged.
Yeah. There's so many people who can use this. Honestly, if you don't get it, because this happens to me, next week something will be just out of your reach and you're like, oh, I should have got that grab it when it was there.
They'd be like, the grab it would be getting here right now.
Yeah, if I had it. So here I'm using my light so I can go into dark spaces if I need to. But what I want you to see is this is only about 2 inches, so the grab it can get in tiny spaces and grab things for you without frustration. And then even in dark places where maybe you don't want to reach with your hand because you see cobwebs and spider webs and you don't want to meet the spider that goes with that web, look at the light that can go in there with the LED. Batteries are included. And then also, here's another cool thing, not on any other grabbing tool. I can change direction. So I can go vertical or horizontal. Do you see that? I changed it in its base, and it moves. So I can move it in either direction for what's most comfortable or for the application that I need to do. And we just have a little time to go over to this chair. I'll leave this one here and pick a new one here. So if you are sitting, you're doing that recuperating, you're sitting on your bamboo miracle cushion, right? And you have your heating pad on and you're like, oh, this is so good. You're watching TV and then you're like, oh, the remote fell. So you take your grab it and you use it to grab that remote and bring it to you so you don't have to get off your miracle cushion or unhook your Thermoplus heating blanket. And then glasses maybe fell because, you know, they fell when you adjusted your blanket. You don't have to do the bending, and maybe you can't. And then another great thing is teaching the kids to pick up their own toys so that you don't have to get up and down, up and down. You can use the grab it to grab things that are a repetitive motion, then put them in the little basket, or have the kids teach them to grab all those little things. And then you don't have to.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of kids, I was thinking, get this for the person that's a new mom to be, that's pregnant. She's not gonna be able to bend over in a minute.
That's right.
She's not gonna be able to see her feet in a minute.
Any minute now, no feet, and you're like, I can't get that.
I see, it's gonna be it.
It's a great tool.
Red, teal, purple or teal, 3 colors. Don't forget, you get 2 of them, $27.94 in whatever color that you want. You can also break this into 2 flex payments. Vonabelle, thank you so much. We had 3 great items, and I got to hang out with you, but I'm gonna remind you of the first item that Vonabelle and I had, which was the Miracle Bamboo that you were just talking about. So this is a 2-pack as well. So this is the deluxe seat cushion. So this is literally being able to take a comfortable seat with you anywhere. Think about all the times you have sat in a location that was uncomfortable, whether it's your car, whether it's you've been crafting or sewing for a long time, you're traveling, if you're at church or you're at the grandkids' games on those horrible benches and you're like, who made these benches? I don't even know. I wanna meet them. So, cover that's washable. So take this anywhere, feel okay. $30.45 today gets you a 2-pack. So whether you want one for like in your car, one for in the house, again, you want to gift or you want to keep one, you're good to go. That's available today on that price break. Item number 597696, available for that one. It's still available. We had that at the beginning. I just don't want you to miss it if you're just tuning in. Okay, I did say that this was going to be a whole hour of making us healthy and happy. And one of those things is always going to be knowledge.
Yes.
Right, Matt Peters, my registered nurse?
Yep.
Yes. Having the knowledge is so important when it comes to our health. And I know maybe some people have something that gives them that blood pressure monitor at home. but it's big, it's bulky, it's hard to read, there's so many things. The reason this is a customer pick, one, it's from Veridian, which is an amazing company that gives us a lot of things for our health, but everybody says this is so easy. It is rechargeable. It is gonna have memory on this, so you can, of course, lock and load the information for you, and it's at a price that's hard to beat for what you're getting. $34.95, 2 flex payments if you'd like to do that. We even have great colors if you would like to get colors, because you're gonna wanna pull this out and use this at different locations. We have it in the red you're seeing there. We also have it in the silver and the purple. There's a 5-year warranty on this. They stand behind it, Veridian, of course. Matt is gonna walk us through all the information it's gonna give us, and he's also gonna tell us why having this knowledge is so important. And Matt, when we're talking about having information, it's about knowing what's going on with our bodies.
Yeah, it's simply just not having your head in the sand.
Yeah.
So how often do we get a customer pick and a 5-year warranty?
Right?
It's crazy. So they're gonna back this up. It's one of the most, one of the best blood pressure monitors that you can get for the value, and we're gonna go into that. But first, I want you all to think about these statistics because they're affecting us all. And a lot of times, high blood pressure comes with absolutely no signs, no symptoms. So this could be leading up to heart attacks and strokes, and we don't even know it's on the way. So look at that. 1 in 3 of us, it's 75 million Americans, has high blood pressure. Only half of us have it under control with things like medication or diet or exercise, but another 1 in 3 has what we call pre-hypertension. So that means that they have no idea that this is on the way, and we've seen those consequences. But down the bottom here, this is costing us huge. It's $46 billion. We can't put that into context, most of us. I wish I could, but I can't. However, we know that this is costing us lost wages, it's costing us medications, it's costing us medical bills, and it's costing us in tragedy. You know, my mom had a heart attack some years ago. We talk about this on this show, and she checks her blood pressure more than on a daily basis, and she knows what's going on in her body. She also takes blood pressure medications. So it's very important for her, and it's very important for you to know what's going on, just like Tina said. So look at what you're gonna get with this. Look at the beautiful backlit display. That's my favorite part of this unit. Look how slim and discreet it is. And again, you're gonna charge it up, USB charger. Comes with this. You'll always have a full charge, and you'll never purchase batteries with this unit. So people are loving this. That's why it's a customer pick. You get your systolic, you get your diastolic, you get your heart rate. It will detect an irregular heartbeat if you have that as well. And this is the magic that Veridian gives you. It's called a high blood pressure indicator. So it's color coded, it's simple. With this backlit display, this is in the green. So this is a quote unquote normal reading. If you don't know what this means, this tells you. All right, so you're gonna be able to store up to 60 readings in memory for each of 2 users. So it's 120 total. 2 months worth of readings, never buy batteries. You're gonna use this all the time. It has a very unique cuff, and we have Jen here that we're gonna demonstrate this with because it's gonna fit a wide variety of wrist sizes. Now, with Jen, she checks her blood pressure on our show on a regular basis. And what we wanna show you is this is not the typical preformed cuff that a lot of people don't like. This one has a catch on it. It's gonna fit all sorts of wrist sizes, and Jen can just pull that nice and snug. It's also latex free, so you don't have to worry about any sort of sensitivities. Now, once she gets that in the right position for her, she's gonna press the start button, that's it. And we're gonna have her turn her wrist around so you can actually see this working. And Tina, this has that automatic inflation and deflation technology. It's the cutting edge technology. That's why people are buying this. That's why we can't keep this in stock. We just have this back in stock now, and you gotta get it home before they go away. It's only gonna take about 30 seconds. That automatic inflation and deflation technology means that it's not gonna squeeze on Jen's wrist as much, and she's gonna get quicker readings.
And the fit on there, it's anywhere between 5 1/4 to 8 1/4 inches. And that's has a wide range.
Yes.
So, and when we were talking about it locking in that memory for 2 different people, why is that important to have that accessible to you?
Well, and let's take a look at that reading and I'll address that question because it's a great one, all right? So Jen has her blood pressure reading here. It's 105 is her systolic, over 73 is diastolic, 84 is her heart rate, and it's gonna time and date stamp that. And it's in the normal range. We know that because it's in the green color-coded high blood pressure indicator. 120 over 80 is quote-unquote normal, although it might not be your normal at home. Why you need to store these in memory, folks, is because especially if you're taking medications, but even if you're not, you need to know what the trend of information is over several days, several weeks, several months, so that someone like me, when you go to the doctor's office, has that information. It's so important because if you go to the doctor's office and you have a high reading on the spot, which who likes to go to the doctor and get your blood pressure and vital signs taken, you might have a high reading. And a lot of times they'll calibrate your blood pressure medication based on the readings because that's the only information they have. But if you bring this in and say, hey doc, here's 2 months of readings, this is what I'm trending, they're gonna take a second look and chances are they'll be able to give you the right medication dose that'll make you feel more like yourself and still regulate your blood pressure. It's amazing.
So again, lock those in. So it's 2 users, you and your husband, you and someone else in your family. You'll be able to do that. And of course, when we were talking about it being a customer pick, I went and I read the reviews because I wanted to see what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
What did they say when they got it home? And to me, the trend that I saw the most on there was everyone is saying it's so easy. Easy, easy, easy. The fact that you're able to see all the information here. I love that Matt was telling us if the numbers get confusing, it even gives you just the, okay, you're in the green, you're good. If it gets in the yellow, you'll know what's going on. The numbers are too much, but I love how big the screen is for you. Not only that, a lot of people were saying, I maybe am not like super tech savvy, I'm not that person. You don't have to be. This is so easy to use that when you get it home, you try it for the first time. That also the ease, Matt, for me, means that you'll do it more.
Yeah, and all you have to do is get it home, charge it up. You'll always have a full charge because you don't have to buy those batteries. So you don't have to worry about this failing on you with an empty charge. You can actually use this in a low light situation because I love this backlit display. Again, it is the best technology, and for the value and the price, I challenge you to go out and shop units that give you comparable features for this value. It's almost unheard of. But, and I do want to get into Jen checking this another time because I like your point about how do I know if this is a reading that I should be alarmed with? So Jen's gonna take her blood pressure reading again. So we'll see if that changes at all. I know that Jen typically doesn't run, at a lower reading as she did just now. So let her tighten that strap again, exactly how it's gonna fit her wrist comfortably. And you're gonna do the same thing at home. You might have a larger wrist or a smaller wrist, but you can pull it in exactly the right position, nice and snugly. And one button is gonna get you started. Typically, you're gonna be feet flat on the floor, nice resting position for at least 5 or 10 minutes. And you're gonna have this nice triangle. So the blood pressure monitor is gonna be at your heart level. Jen's just turning this around so you all can see it at home. And again, with that advanced technology, it's only gonna take about 30 seconds. If you're moving around too much or something's going on, the technology's packed in to this monitor to give you an error message. It's not just gonna give you a reading. So look at how it's changed. 116 over 69, that's a lot different than it was before. 77, it's right in that ballpark. And again, this is gonna be one of those 60 readings Jen's gonna be able to take to her doctor. She can bring this home and share it with a loved one for another 2 months of readings as well.
And I love that you're talking about taking it to your doctor. It comes with a case that's in here. So if you're traveling, you're going anywhere, the holidays or on vacation to your doctor's office, you literally just put it in your case, you zip it up, you're ready to go. You have this available to you. And look at, when it's in the case, look how easy this is gonna be to take with you. This is not like this huge, monitor that you have to, now find a place. This is easy. This can fit in your purse. This can fit in your backpack. This can fit wherever you want it to be. It's easy, it's convenient, and it is also today on a price break, $34.95. It's 2 flex payments if you want to get it home for under $18, which is that first flex payment for you. But I urge you, please go read the customer reviews on this one on .com, because it really will shed a lot of light on how people are using this. Item number 514037 on this one. Matt, I always enjoy working with you. Jen, thank you so much as well.
Thank you.
One of those things, knowledge is power. I want to let you know something else that we had before we go on to the next item. If you're just tuning in, we had this earlier. You missed my blissful face that I was like so happy. This is the ThermaPlus Ultra Deluxe Massaging Heat Wrap. So do you see it on the lady in the picture right there? All of that is giving her heat all the way through the front, over her shoulders, all the way down her back. And then there's a massaging element at the top. You get 2 heating elements, high or low, 4 different massaging decisions, whether you want it low, high, on pulse, and it's in a great plush, like a warm, wonderful blanket. You have it in the navy or in the burgundy, $49.95 on that. Oh, it was so nice earlier. I was so nice. And it's always cold in these studios. So
I know, whenever you talk about a blanket.
So, by the way, Lisa Kirshner's with us. But Lisa, you didn't hear me earlier, but I was telling everybody I wanted them to go do a little shopping on their own right now.
Oh.
Go find this from Ideal Stretch. Go find this and you'll see places where it has hundreds and hundreds of fabulous reviews. Everybody can't wait at a much higher price. They loved it at a much higher price. By the way, you would only get the stretching aid. Today we're giving you the stretching aid. Lisa's gonna show us everything that it does and how great it is for us. You're also gonna get the calf wedge, and you're going to get a guide and DVD with this. We here at HSN have this available under $50. You can even get it home for 3 flex payments of $16.65, which again, who does FlexPay? HSN, and it's free shipping and handling. But stretching, we know, is so good for us on so many different levels. People are like, stretch. Have you stretched?
Right.
Did you stretch before you did everything? But being able to do it without having to bend over, without having like a stretching partner, or having a Lisa with us.
To help you.
To do that, so you can do it whenever you want, however you want to do it. And I know we're gonna have Henry showing us some stuff that does this. Also, this is gonna help us do it the right way.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I love this product. So first of all, I have just recently myself started to have tightness in my hamstrings because my doctor recommended that I get into more cardio. And that caused me to do some more running, some more work with my legs, more work at the gym. And I couldn't believe it because I do yoga 5 times a week. This little device is so perfect because what it's doing, I'd love to show it to you as I talk about it. So I have mine set up over here without the calf stretcher, the wedge in it, because the calf stretcher, which is genius, but you can use this with your shoes. So I'm getting down on the floor right now, and I'm gonna very just easily put my foot through there, and then I lay back. Now here's the real genius. The big problem with stretching out the lower back is that so often people stand or they sit, and then you're tweaking out. So to get your hamstrings stretched out, you're curving your back, you're putting yourself into a position that is going to maybe not work to release. This is gonna release because you're back, you're laying on it, and you're sparing your back and stretching your hamstring, and it's so easy. So my shoulders can completely relax, and I just gently draw it back. And you can see I'm aligned perfectly, and this is getting that hamstring muscle all the way down. It feels delicious, and I can do my adductor by going out to the side and just letting it be where it's gonna be. Mine will go all the way down. And then taking it over to the other side to get the IT band, right? These are so important to keeping your lower body limber, and that is what directly affects your lower back and your knees. So when clients come to me and tell me that they have pain in their back, I say, well, can you touch your toes? Hardly anybody can touch their toes, and it's not good to do. And I'm gonna show you, this is the technology we've had. If you're tight, right? Although I'm actually stretched out on this side, I'm gonna show it with the other leg. So tight over here, and when I try to draw it, my shoulders tense up, my face tenses up.
Right.
And I'm also, you can see I'm not in alignment. Naturally, my ankle starts to come. I have to really work, and that, if you're tight in here, and how do we get tight? It's not just from running around and being sporty.
Yeah.
It's sitting. Sitting can cause tightness.
I actually think the opposite. I think, you know, well, if I'm not the person that's the runner or the, you know, everything, so, you know, is this for me? If you're wondering, is this for me? Maybe I'm a little nervous about using this. I know we have some people that got it home, tried it, and they couldn't wait to tell us. So let's start out by hearing from Betty.
I just used it for the first time. It was very easy to use. I was honestly a little nervous putting it on. It was very gentle, has a very gentle feel to it. The stretch was very gentle as well. It felt really good on my leg, and I could really feel it as I moved, stretch out the back of my leg and also up into my hip. I think that's what I was nervous about. I thought it was gonna put some type of force on my knee, and it didn't. It really stretched things out. It almost felt like you were stretching out to relieve stress in a way. It's great. It's a great product.
And I love that Betty was somebody that's watching right now. Like, I was a little nervous, or, you know, what was it gonna be like?
Is it gonna be too much?
Yes.
Yes. You could be doing this from your bed right now, and that's why we have Henry right here, because again, you're getting that ideal positioning with your back. Your back is flat, so you're not putting any stress or strain on an area where you're probably having pain if you're tight in your hamstrings or your IT or your adductors. And he's got the calf wedge. Now what this is doing is it's providing an extra flexion for his ankle to go right up and just release through that area. And here's the real genius of this device. This is what people pay me money to do.
Yes.
So you can see here, this has a strap here, and then there's a strap here.
Yep.
So he is getting, on both sides, a gentle pushing and pulling.
Which is what you would normally do?
Exactly. Usually I would be holding someone and guiding their muscles. Let's bring your toes back towards your face and sort of working like in this way or like this way. This is what you go to a physical therapist for. And the lightweight steel construction here, again, perfectly aligned. Ankle, knee is in the perfect place over the hip. So he's balanced, and he's getting that beautiful cross motion on the stretch.
So the wedge comes with it.
The wedge comes with, what a great package you guys have. And this price is unbelievable.
Right, I told ya. But the wedge you can either just put on and off with just the hook and loop, right?
That's right.
When it comes to us, how easy is it to kind of get it together?
Oh, it's very simple. And do you mind if I just grab this since we're standing right here? So as you can see, this is fully adjustable. So it's got 3 different lengths, and I'm gonna take this and bring it into the front of the bed so I can show you. I like to do it because I don't want to break my nails, right?
No, we don't want to break a nail, right?
So I am holding it down with my foot, and then I press in on those toggles, and I can just move it down to make it shorter or move it up. And when it comes to you, it's going to be shipped fully taken apart. Oh, I've gotten it off. And then this is so easy to pack, right? This way you can take it with you. And again, this comes off, and you can use it with or without the calf stretcher. I used it without the calf stretcher because I have my shoes on. And you know, you want to stretch out before you do anything physical. You want to get in there. And I'll tell you what, the relief that I feel in my hips and in my lower back, in my hamstrings, it's unbelievable.
And we have, it comes again with a DVD, it comes with instructions.
Shows you all those things.
Right, so even if you're thinking, well, once I get it home, I don't know what to do, where do I go? You're not just left, you know, out on your own. Right. You're gonna have that DVD to walk you through it, show you what to do. We showed you what it looks like putting it together. The wedge comes on or off as you would like to do it. And you have 3 different locations for this because we're all different.
That's right.
Heights and leg and
your leg size. This is gonna work for just about any size of human because, again, it's fully adjustable. The straps move up and down. You don't want the strap to be directly on your knee, obviously. You want it to be a little bit below so that you can thread yourself through. And I'm gonna place the calf stretcher back on for Henry.
Okay.
I'll just put this on the bed, and by doing that, it's got an easy pocket. You take it, you slip it on, and that's it. Very complicated.
No. Even I could do that, and we could do it. So now we're gonna watch Henry. He puts
just
one
slides
over,
his foot through, and
one
there's
under.
a guide on the back right here. You can't see it right in here. We'll take you back off again. That even reminds you of the direction you're supposed to go in.
Look at there. Do you know what? When I saw that from over here, I just thought it was like a cute design, and I was like, no.
There is a reason. There's a reason. It's so easy. And again, in under 2 minutes a day, you can be doing so much to alleviate any kind of pains in your lower back, in your legs.
So under 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes, because you can just do 20 seconds each.
In each direction.
In each direction on both sides.
And then you're good to go.
Absolutely.
I really love to hear when other people talk about, you know, their experience, because of course Henry looks like he's loving it right now, but let's also hear from Monica and see what it was like for her.
With this, the way it's designed, I'm more in control of the stretch, and it's more comfortable. It's a more comfortable feel in my hands as I'm gripping this, and I feel like I can get a deeper stretch because of the way it's designed. So my hamstring, my calves, my glutes, and my back, they are all problem areas for me. I felt it in my calves, I felt it in my hamstrings, I felt it in my glute, and I was able to stretch my lower back. So I was able to hit every single area that I have a problem with.
I love that we just heard from Monica.
Yes.
Who's completely different from Betty earlier.
Super fit.
Right. Well, you know, because really stretching is for everyone, but what happens if maybe I've, you know, had something with my back, or I've had, you know, or maybe I'm recovering from surgery, and you would know, Lisa, we always say stretch, keep things mobile, doing everything.
Yeah.
This would be kind of like an easy, soft way to still handle that.
Yeah, Tina, that is a great question. And this is one of the reasons I love Henry for this. You can see here just faintly, I think if he comes back over to the side stretch, there's a little scar still left. He's had knee surgery. He's had problems in his lower back with his discs. And if you've had any kind of compromise due to injury or some kind of surgery, this is a great device, of course, checking in with your doctor, but you don't have to then take your doctor home. You don't have to keep visiting, because you can do this, and it provides a therapeutic, biometrically aligned stretch. His hip, his knee, his ankle, it's all in alignment, even though you can see he's quite tight. And if you bring it back to the center and then bring it back out to the side, you see, the worst thing you can do when you're injured is to stop. That is when everything seizes up. And something like this that you can do from the comfort of your bed, under 2 minutes, get that ideal stretch in the hamstring, and it is what is gonna relieve so much tension that's going on. Having mobility in your legs and flexibility is the key. It's not about trying to stretch out your back. And that's the problem with trying to stretch your hamstrings from a seated or a standing position. When you're on your back like this, you're freed up to get that deeper stretch, but without overstretching yourself. And this is a great tool to do that. It's like a strap on steroids.
Right. So, I mean, of course, you know, we were talking about, you know, Henry and his life. This isn't going to treat anything. This isn't going to be the miracle, you know, thing for anything that you have going on in your life. Always check with your doctor to make sure, you know, this is going to be something that will work for you. But we're saying just how easy this is to use. And of course, you know, it's not overexerting anything, that it's even keeping like the knee more in line, everything in line. So it's like a safer way of doing it without you're stretching, but you're also hurting something else at the same time.
Right. This is what, when you have tightness and you need to stretch, you want to use a device that is going to help you do a better job. And this is keeping you aligned, and it's keeping you healthy, and it's going to help with alleviating pains in your lower back, in your legs, in your knees.
Sorry, Lisa, I don't want to miss telling you guys one more time. You're going to get the stretch. You're going to get the wedge that you're seeing right now on it. You're also going to get the DVD, $49.95, free shipping and handling on this one, and the flex pays. Item number 638538 available on this. Lisa, Henry, thank you so much for helping out again. I've got a whole hour of lawn comb coming up, so stay with us.
up and you're looking to impress your friends, let me show you how to make this beautiful seafood broil using my DuraPan.
Let's do seafood for the dinner party.
I'm about to set off. Never felt so good. Not trying to deny it. I feel it in my soul.
Hey guys, let's eat.
I never felt so good.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now
And make monthly payments.
Without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom, a fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding,
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
without the stress of having to pay for it all at once.
And no interest.
Beat that layaway.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
You have entered the incredible world of long